Oh, we don't have much. It's plugged in though.
It's plugged in.
Okay.
All right.
If it goes out, it goes out. Okay. All right, back to Sister Wives, season 19, episode 9 and 10, and this is our opinion. Okay. Okay, Baptism by Fire is episode 9, where Janelle warns Mary on trusting Cody about Coyote Pass property.
You know, it's really not fair. They show how the property is divided, and Cody and
names
Robin
on everything.
are on multiple lots.
Right.
And then Janelle, I think, is on 2, and Mary's only on 1.
And so I don't know whose idea, whether it's the show's idea or it's because Janelle said she was going to lawyer up.
Right, because she doesn't trust Cody.
So she doesn't trust Cody, so I think she's just trying to give hints to Mary, but Mary's gullible.
She goes, oh, they'll be fair.
Yeah, and she still said that
she by right, and Janelle is right, should own 1/4 of that property.
Yeah.
Janelle should own 1/4, Robin, and then Cody.
But she's not in the family doings, so she thought Janelle
was
knew
taking care
all
of it
the
all.
finances.
Yeah.
And she said, no, I'm just the bookkeeper.
Right. So,
and then she said, well, don't you think we can all pull together, which makes me mad, but
because
whatever.
at that point, the land had not been paid off.
Can we all pull together and get it paid off with no problem? And she said that Cody says he doesn't have any money, and that's why she said that. And then all I keep thinking is he keeps whining that he can't do something because he doesn't want to. So,
well, he did end up paying off the property, but I don't know how they worked that out because they are probably not going to talk about
Mary's got a book. She's been writing a book.
Oh.
So I don't know when that's going to come out, but I'm waiting because I think she's going to spit some truth.
Since she has finished her shed, Mary, since she finished her shed, and she's working on the painting something.
Carriage house or whatever they call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has decided why wait to move because she's divorced. I think she's slowly wrapping her head around she has no ties anymore. She doesn't want to be the third wheel for holidays, which I don't blame her.
I don't blame her. I think that...
And she could I'm divorced now. They're talking about, well, you're coming for the holidays, right? And she goes,
are you kidding?
we're done. We're done. What do you not understand about done?
Oh my gosh, he drives me nuts.
And he bounces all over the place. I think he tries to get a reaction out of them.
I also think he's a manipulator. So if one story doesn't work, the other one will.
Like when he met with Janelle, well, what about us?
And she's good at not giving a reaction. That one time when they got into an argument and she FU'd him.
Well, she had enough at that point.
But she looked at the cameras and said, stop it.
Yeah.
Because she was hot.
And Mary, he's been giving her mixed signals. One minute he tells her, I don't know why you're still here. And then the next minute, he's like sweet talking her and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Manipulator.
And he tried that a little bit here lately with Mary. And she's like, really?
Mm-hmm. Where was this years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, because he doesn't want to be blamed for any of these breakups. It's all his hateful lies.
He's crying because these ladies are wanting their just.
Right.
what they deserve in
Their-
this
what
property.
they're owed.
They've all put, and that was in the video too, where she said, "Can't we all contribute?" Which means they have been contributing.
Right. Well, right. They were all
So
working.
it's family property, not just
Right.
one or the other. It's
Now, Christine
family
gave
property.
up hers
Right, she
for
traded.
the proceeds from the sale
Yeah,
of the house.
that was Janelle's idea.
Well, because she would have had nothing otherwise.
Janelle was in real estate,
Yeah.
so she knew that would
So-
be easy peasy.
And Janelle, financially, she knows what's up, and that's why she offered, well, buy me out. And Cody doesn't want to do that. He didn't
No.
want to give her anything.
No.
He didn't want to give Christine anything. He wanted to take her land and her house.
Yep.
I'm like, he didn't want her to have anything.
Yep.
I think it's cute. They did show in the last two episodes, I don't know which one, where Mary was at an engagement party or something. Mary was there.
Oh
Christine,
yeah. It was one of the
David,
girls. Their
and,
engagement party where they did tattoos.
Well, no, and Cody and Robin came
Yeah, with no kids.
with no kids. Yeah, they just came. And they, Christine's introducing them, and, she's hanging on to David and, and all of this stuff. And I guess Cody kept blushing because David had said something about, when she put her head on my shoulder, you should have seen him blush.
That's what you get, mister.
It was embarrassing to him, I guess, to see her so happy. And she is going overboard with their very touchy-feely. She's embarrassing her whole family because
Yeah.
they're not used to it.
No.
That's all. They're just not used
Yeah.
to it.
They weren't even used to seeing her and Cody like that.
Right, right.
But she's a very emotional, Christine is a very emotional person.
Right.
Hyper and emotional and excitable, you know.
Right. But they are getting used to David.
Yeah.
They are.
Well, here, let's talk about episode 10, A Man After My Own Heart. And this is where it's all about David.
Right. That's probably where they showed that scene.
Yeah, and it says here, Cody Brown and his wife share intimate glimpse of both the challenges and the joys of their unconventional family structure.
I don't remember that.
Well, they pop around. That me and Rhonda having a hard time with this.
I think maybe what they're saying is like when they got together at that party, it's all like so different now, and they're all a little like standoffish with each other.
Well, in this episode, Christine gets married.
No, engaged.
Engaged. But see, this is where it's weird because I thought when they were planning on buying a house, I don't understand the way it went.
Well, they
Because she said we're planning on buying a house and we're not even engaged yet, and they made the things, and I don't know.
I think when they, after they designed the rings, they decided to look for a house. So they were planning to get engaged.
That was wedding rings. That was wedding rings.
And the engagement ring. The whole 9 yards.
I didn't see the engagement ring and all that.
And so
they bought
the
a
wedding
house.
venue has to be like a year out.
Yeah.
They're still moving forward.
Yeah. So they went to they bought the house. And
Apparently
then
they did.
Went to look at the surrounding landscape.
Mm-hmm.
And he had his friend. They went four-wheeling?
They went four-wheeling and with friends. And so, he had this planned out.
Yeah.
And then they said, here, take a picture of us, with the backdrop and everything. And that's when he proposed.
Yeah.
Officially.
And it was a surprise for her, so that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess he had the ring by then, the engagement ring by then. And because she put it on.
Yeah.
And then they showed them at their new house, and the daughter's having a hard time.
Yes.
The one daughter.
Well, you can imagine this is different, and even though
She's
they
worried.
do like all the kids, as far as I know, like David.
And she said, I forget which one it is because I can't keep them all straight. She said, I wish I had a relationship with my dad like David has with his children.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
She loves David. She likes him, and she thinks he's a wonderful dad. And she doesn't want him to replace her dad. She's worried about that.
He's good to her. He's good for her mother.
Right.
They see her happy. They think it's like going lightning speed.
Right.
But, and they're not used to seeing all the kissing and the hugging and all that. But, you know, she doesn't care about that.
But
Christine doesn't.
It's hard on the kids.
But they miss their dad, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
And she's seeing what a good relationship, father-daughter relationship is, and she knows she doesn't have that.
Yes.
And she wants that, but she's got Cody as a father, and she's never going to get that.
Yeah.
Because Cody's selfish. And
Cody is
all
a
the
father
kids
when
have
he
to
wants to be.
come to him. He could care less about the kids, I think. That's just my opinion. It has to be all one-sided. He wants people to care
come
about
to him. To come to him.
They're kids. They're kids. Even McKelty is waking up, I think.
Yeah. They just see it all now. Now, when kids are little, they know it's one way because they're thinking about themselves. Then when they become adults, especially when they have a family of their own, then they start seeing things. Oh.
Right.
Then they start understanding.
But you know, deep down, the kids, when they started getting married, I could see that they didn't like what they were seeing. None of them want to be in a polygamy relationship.
And he doesn't now either.
And
Cody says,
I'm done. And I think
he said it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. What? I told him that years ago. It doesn't work. And Leroy said, why do you like that show? I said, because it doesn't work.
To some people, they do. It's not that when you're raised in it,
right, it's normal for you.
You figure it out. You deal with it because that's all you know.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Right.
And you just don't, this is all you know. And then when you're on the outside looking in, it's like, because there's a lot of people
right
that have left religions like that and look back on it. And you know, everything has a good side to it. The good side is they all work together to raise the kids.
Right.
And the budget maybe. That's the only good side I see. But when you're talking relationships with, they already know, they only see their husband once or twice a week.
Right. Yeah, and Christine
They already know
mentioned
that.
She says, I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
Because
I'll be seeing him every night.
Yeah, he'll be around all the time. And she's not used to that. I think that will be an adjustment.
But he's cool, calm, and collected. He's not hyper like Cody is.
But I think they're with each other a lot right now. But she's just not used to living day-to-day life with that person being there all the time.
Right.
And that will be a little different for her. I think she will adjust, but I think she's a little afraid of it too, that she might not adjust.
It reminds me of this lady came into my store one time and said, my husband's retired. I told him my schedule continues.
Right. Right.
In other words, she was being nice about it, but he will not dictate her routine.
Right. Well, when you've had one forever.
Yeah, but she craves she craves the togetherness with him.
Yeah, because she's never had it.
Yeah, I think she'll be fine.
I think they'll all get there. I know Mary and Janelle aren't even thinking about that,
But Mary did say, not when. No, not if.
when she wants that too, because
Yes.
she's been alone for a long time.
A long time.
I mean, at least the other ladies he was still dealing with.
And Janelle, I think, one of them, Janelle left a couple of times. Janelle
I think they
split up with him a couple of times.
I think Janelle and Christine split up with him a couple of times. I think Christine went back to her father one time.
Yeah, I think so.
I
can't remember.
It was only mentioned like once, and
Yeah.
Janelle left him more than once. Well, because Janelle
But she never said
is more
why.
headstrong.
Yeah, she's independent.
Well, probably because he was being a jerk. But Janelle's going to be okay. Janelle, I think, out of the three of them,
Is level-headed.
is
She said
Yes.
her latest apartment or house or whatever, he's never been in.
right. She moved.
2 years.
She moved, I think, from the apartment where they had that big blowout to a different apartment.
Yeah.
And he's
or
never
what-
been in that
Yeah,
one.
he's never been in that one.
Yeah. And I feel sorry for the kids, because the kids have seen it all.
Janelle's
kids know
They're the boys, because they're boys.
that he has not treated her
During
right.
COVID, now who does this? During COVID, he wanted them boys out. They didn't follow his rules, and but I'm thinking, nah, he wants them out because they're not
Conforming.
They're not, how do you want to say it? They're 18 or over 18.
And they're not contributing.
And they're not, I think, in that there's the religion or whatever. He was booted out when he was 18. And I think he wanted to boot the boys out when they were 18. And that was a good excuse. But she said, not happening. Because, and the boys even said, we'll go get a place or whatever.
Right.
And the one boy was saving for his, he only had so many months, 2 months to go or something to buy his new home.
Right.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't.
No. It's, and Janelle said it then. She says, I choose my children over you because
he's never there.
Not a full-time husband.
No. Or dad. Nope.
If he was a full-time husband and father, he wouldn't have been asking that, number one. But number two, it would be totally different. But he started choosing
With Robin.
And
they knew it.
And COVID made that very apparent.
And made it very convenient for him.
Right. Well, I can't because of Robin. Then it came out that they had strangers coming into their home to help take care of the kids.
Nothing they did made sense because he lied.
But their own family couldn't come to the home. Strangers could, just not their own family. And then he said, because they obeyed the rules. And all three of them are going, what rules? We didn't get any rules. Because he made them up on the fly.
You can tell we're not in love with Cody.
But it's
there's no give and take with Cody.
Right. His way or the highway.
Yeah. There's no give and take with him at all.
And I think that Robin's going to really find that out. But like Christine said, she thinks David is her soulmate. And she goes, now I understand why Cody is the way he is with Robin.
Yeah.
Because if they indeed are soulmates, I understand it now.
Yeah. But that'll change when the kids get older.
Her older kids never left the home.
Her older kids.
Right. Robin's.
He may have adopted them or whatever.
He did adopt all the
But he
kids.
has two of his own there.
Right.
When those kids get older,
Well, he adopted the other kids too. And
I
he
know,
didn't make
but-
any
oh, I
of
got
them
some-
leave the house.
I know.
Because he said they have issues.
Yeah, I got issues too.
But they all have issues. Robin has issues. That lady can't stop crying.
Number one, I think the one daughter has
They showed episodes.
anxiety attacks.
Yes.
That makes her, that puts her out. I mean,
Right.
it's really, really bad. I don't know about the other daughter. And I know the boy has physical issues or whatever from his accident. So,
But anyway, now it's just Cody and Robin, so they have nothing
well,
to
the
complain
little
about.
ones, he does love the little. He likes the littles because the littles gather around like he's a king. And don't
Yeah.
judge him.
But
The older kids
he
ask
had
questions.
a fit about their daughter, him and Janelle's daughter, the one that lives in North Carolina, about he didn't even know she was pregnant.
Why would she tell him?
And she's like, she didn't tell him really why, but when she was talking about it later, he goes, well, if he communicated with her at all, he would have found out.
Yeah, he would.
But he doesn't call them.
Yeah.
He doesn't go out to see his
Yeah.
grandchildren.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm done.
It hurt.
He doesn't exist.
You have to be. Everybody has boundaries, and so when you're worried about, well, see, they were raised with him, so they know how he is.
Right.
And so when you're worried about your children being around something that you really didn't care for in that person, no matter what it is, if it's trying to rule the roost and it's not even his house or whatever, because I can imagine him doing that. She doesn't want, some of them girls don't want their kids around him.
Right. So, they're all having to
It's not
figure
about
it
what
out.
you say, it's about what you do.
Even the kids. And it's always hard for parents to divorce, but when you've got so much happening in the family, it's gonna send everybody spinning.
But he's treating them all the same way, except Robin.
Right, right. He actually likes Christine now.
You know why?
That he doesn't have to do anything with her and stuff. I'm like, oh gosh, make up your mind.
It's all pretend. He's not right.
I think he's happy secretly.